Welcome to our culture to the world. Today I want to talk about plantains. Why plantains? Now, this fruit, or some call it a vegetable, but I guess technically it might be a fruit, even though you just can't eat it like that. But we'll talk about that as we go along. It's very common in regions with humid, tropical, and subtropical climates. So it mostly grows in Africa, the Caribbean, and Latin America. As a result, some folks who are not from these regions are not familiar with plantains. For instance, I now live in South Carolina in the United States, and apparently because there is a growing Hispanic population in my area, some supermarkets carry plantains for sale. So from time, of course, I'm excited about that because I'm used to plantains. I'm from Guyana in South America. I'm a Caribbean person. Now, so from time to time, folks in the checkout line would look at my plantains and ask, how do you prepare these? So I thought I'd share this aspect of my culture with you today. I'll talk about a few of the dishes and snacks that we prepare using plantains. And if you know of others, feel free to share those in the comment section. And you might notice I'm saying plantain because that's how we say it in Guyana. Most Americans would say plantains, but in Guyana we say plantain, okay? But it's the same thing, spelled the same way. Now, so when folks in the supermarket ask me how I prepare plantains, to make a long story short, I simply say, well, you can cook it like potatoes in soups, or you can fry it to make chips. Of course, these are only two of the many ways in which we prepare plantains. So here we have some plantain chips. Now, these are green plantains and they're fried in hot oil. They're really nice and crunchy. And sometimes you put a little salt on them. Now, green, partially ripe, and even ripe plantains, we can use them. They're a good addition to soup. And another favorite in the Caribbean and West Africa is fried ripe plantains. And we eat these alongside a variety of dishes. So here I'm having mine with some good Guyanese cocoa rice. Another traditional Guyanese dish that uses plantains is metenji, or some people say metaji, or for short, we just say meten. Now, what is it? It's a variety of ground provisions like sweet potato, potatoes, yams, and so on, and plantains. And of course, we also have flour dumpling in the mix, and it's cooked in, boiled in coconut milk. Yummy. So this is meten or metenji. Now, one of my favorite ways to eat green plantains is fufu. And fufu is a traditional West African dish that survived the transatlantic journey, and it still exists in various forms in the Caribbean and Latin America. And of course, this is pound, smooth green plantains. And I have a video that I did a while back where I was experimenting with trying to make fufu, not the traditional way using the mortar and pestle, but I decided, okay, I was going to try a new thing and try to use my food processor to prepare the fufu. I have another video that I'm going to show you in how I learned to make fufu the way they do it now in Ghana, but that's for another day and another part of the series. So yes, fufu. Now, traditionally in Ghana, when I was growing up, we would use fufu in soup, and some people like to eat it also with fish stew. And so that's the green plantains, and it's ground, mashed in some cases, pounded or however you want to get it and formed in a ball, and you eat it with your meat. So, another plantain dish that I fell in love with was patacones. I did not grow up eating this or knowing about this, but I had it for the first time at a Latin American restaurant in Miami. And the way they prepared this is that it was like a burger, but instead of the burger bun, there was the plantains And how they do it, I think something it's twice fried mashed green plantains, and the meat and fixings were between these two, um, instead of the bread, the plantains. And I really enjoyed that. And I had that again when I was in Panama, and that was my favorite. So the photograph here is with my patacones in Panama. So, and of course, it's great for folks who prefer to limit their intake of flour or gluten. And you see this, and I call it patacones, because that's how it's called in Panama and some other Latin American countries. The name varies depending on the country. So in some countries it's called patacones, in some others it's tostones or tachinos, but it's the same dish. You can even be creative with your tostones or patacones, because these are tostones rellenos. And what they made the same crushed, twice fried green plantains. They made it into little cups and filled them with avocado and top them off with shrimp. Yummy, 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 yummy. And so those are only what I shared with you. These are only a few of the many ways to enjoy plantains. So the next time you see those funny looking bananas in the supermarket, don't pass them by. Buy one or two and experiment. Enjoy something new. Okay. There are many recipes, numerous recipes online. Just if you're not sure how to prepare them, just Google. There are lots of recipes online on YouTube and so on, and you learn something new. And if you are familiar with plantains, I just touched on a few of the dishes in which we use plantains, but you can tell me of some of the other dishes where you're from, where that use plantains. Just write them in the comment section. Thank you so much for watching. This is just a little bit of my culture and that I'm sharing with you. And join us again as we continue to learn about cultures around the world. In some cases, we meet people, we have wonderful conversations with them, and it's all help us to grow. And if you're enjoying this, I know you're enjoying it, okay? Yes. So go ahead and subscribe, share the video, and I'll see you soon. Bye now.